Hi everybody, it's Kim and welcome to your weekly wisdom from Expressions of the Universe. And this is for October 30th through Saturday, November 5th. We have a lot going on this week. Today, of course, the sun is in Scorpio. I never said happy birthday, Scorpio. Maybe I did. But anyway, happy birthday, Scorpio. We have a new moon tonight in Scorpio. So, new beginnings, make your wishes. With the sun and the moon both in Scorpio, I predict that this is going to be an extremely intuitive day, extremely spiritual day, intense, heavy. I know that I woke up with enormous anxiety, like all these fears are coming out, fears about money, fears about all different kinds of things. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Me, who is so positive and mindful of my thoughts, couldn't control it today. Luckily, I had a massage appointment this morning to completely chill me out, and it has helped. So if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, fears are coming out, I wouldn't be surprised if that isn't the Scorpio energy we're feeling. Mercury is also in Scorpio, and Venus is coming out of Scorpio. It's going into Sag, which our romance and our relationship should be lightening up a lot. They're going to be more forward-looking, more buoyant than that Scorpio intensity. Relationships should be happy and enthusiastic at this time. But it seems as though we're looking for truth and some sort of higher meaning to our relationships now. Don't be surprised if a lot of wishful thinking occurs this week, wanting things, and which is good because with the new moon, it's all about the manifesting. Tuesday, November 1st. Well, let me back up. Tomorrow is Halloween, All Hallows Eve. The veil is the thinnest. I will put in the companion blog the links to my two articles, The Thinning of the Veil and The Piercing of the Veil, so you could check those out. But then we have Dia de los Muertos, and I probably didn't say that very good, but it's the Day of the Dead, and that is mentioned in my Thinning of the Veil article. That's Tuesday, November 1st through Wednesday, November 2nd. That's when you make offerings to your ancestors and your loved ones that have crossed over. Set up a little altar, light some candles. You could put some of their favorite things. I always put like a little beer and a little wine, some fruits, some cakes out for my family so that they can come and feast. And don't be surprised about being woke up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because that's when they usually come and visit. Excuse me. A little bit of a scratchy throat. I need something hot. So I do have a full reading for you all today. Let's get started. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you, if you have read my articles, hopefully you could see this. I have my Ghost Radar running, because I like to do that leading up to Halloween, and it has been extremely active. I'm going to leave it running while I'm doing the reading, and you'll probably hear the words that are coming out. The word realize just came up, so maybe these can be an additional sign for some of you while I'm doing the reading. So the angel card that came out is understanding again. I think we had this a few weeks ago. It made me really think, like, all right, what about myself am I not understanding? Maybe this is tied to those anxieties and fears that I'm feeling, and the lack that I'm feeling. Like, I'm freaking out about money right now, so I don't know if any of you are feeling that way. And I don't know why, because I mean, I am okay, but I just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I really think it's this Scorpio energy, but this is saying, to take a really good look at yourself and, maybe go back a little bit get a better understanding of who you are. But based on the cards that I drew, this to me is really about getting an understanding of all the people that are around you as well. Simply because I feel like there's going to be a lot of misunderstandings. This Scorpio energy can be really crazy and very emotional. It is a water sign, extremely intuitive. I'm going to move on to the crystal card, and it is Tiger's Eye, and it's about balance. I have a lot of Tiger's Eye with me today. So I'm just going to put all of them in my hand so that you could see the various types. I don't know if they're really going to show up well on the camera. So my nails are a hot mess. Let's do this hand. So when the sun catches them just the right way, they just they have such depth and beauty in them. So that's a traditional Tiger's Eye. I especially love this blue Tiger's Eye. Here's an even deeper, bluer one. Oh, this one's pretty cool. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. It's a blue Tiger's Eye. Can't even get that. But if it catches the light just right, you could see the lines in that. And here's another one. It's kind of pretty cool. I guess this is probably the closest traditional one. However, getting back to this card, so this week it's about balance, and what I felt from this, it's about seeing both sides to a situation based on the cards that I drew. So this angel card, this understanding, kind of goes with this. It's about looking at the bigger picture of a situation, of a relationship, not only seeing your side to the story, but also seeing someone else's side without judgment, judging without judgment. So, you know, looking at things discerningly, weighing them out. You know, balance is about day and night, good and bad, yin yang, opposites. And we always do have conflicts in our life, but it doesn't mean that you need to judge them fully. You can observe them, take the wisdom with you, and then move on. And that's what I think this week is really about, because these cards are a little intense. Now, I'm using the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck this week, and the first card that I drew is the Universe, and in a traditional tarot deck, this would be the World. So this says to me, the world is your oyster. Everything is there for the taking. It's waiting for you to grab it. It's waiting for you to align up to it so that you can get it. You know, nothing is further as far from us as just like it's right there. Everything you want has already manifested here on earth. I say this over and over again. And it's just a matter of aligning yourself to that energy so that you can get it. Now, what's interesting is 2 5 cards showed up, and 5 to me, it's about our thinking. 5 is definitely representative of change. So the first card is emotional loss, and the second is conflict and deceit. Oh wait, I didn't even know that this card was stuck behind this card. Whoa, didn't even see that. We're gonna have to bring that up. So that was moving on. And so anyway, I noticed within the last week or so that there have been a lot of deaths. I've been seeing on Facebook a lot of my friends, their parents passing, siblings passing. That could indicate why this emotional loss came up. I notice a lot of people are breaking up as well. Trying to get back to, I saw a word come up on here. Sorry, I'm really scattered today. But this emotional loss, it could be something that you were attached to, that it didn't come to fruition. It could be that you've lost a person. It could be that somebody's, death is coming soon. So I do see a lot of change, especially with this conflict and deceit. But what this is showing me is a lot of arguments. And what it has said to me is, you don't have to be the winner. You don't have to prove that you are the one that's right. A lot of times, we want to do that. We want to seek revenge. We want to show that we are the ones that are right. And I think that's what this balance card and understanding we're all about as well, is seeing each side. Even if you know that that person is clearly wrong, any kind of retaliation or things that you have to prove to them actually could cause more pain to that person. Do you really want to do that? So this is really not about you losing, only if you go the negative route. If you have to prove that you're right, and if you have to do any retaliation, that's where the defeat comes in, because then you're only defeating your own soul. And I can't believe this card was attached to the back of the other card. So here we go. Here's that message, and it says, move on. Like if you are in a bad situation, a bad relationship, and you just can't seem to come together and bring that balance in there, then just move on. That's what I'm saying. And when you do that, I chose this last card because I wanted to bring some positivity to this. When you take the higher road, when you do the right thing and just walk away, you will triumph. There you go. That's your message. So I think that card kind of said it all. That's really all I have for you today. We're not getting anything else on the radar. This was hot and heavy while I was setting all of this up. I guess no ghosts want to share. I don't even see anything on the radar, but when there are supposed ghosts or spirits, it'll show up in little dots on the radar. Green meaning like it's right next to you, yellow, it's kind of far away, and red, it's there, but it's very distant. And because this is not 3D, and if you're doing it in a house, it takes all levels into consideration. So if I see something on that's yellow, probably means that it might be upstairs or downstairs. I'm going to leave this run through Halloween and take notes. I will ask questions while I'm running this, and I'll write those questions down so that I can see if it matches up. That's how, I got my mom's name and her work and a couple other different crazy answers that had come through last Halloween for me. My family hates when I play this because it freaks them out. It kind of freaks me out too, but it is Halloween and I gotta have a little bit of fun. Guess that's it. I hope you all have a really wonderful All Hallows Eve. I hope somebody wonderful comes through for you. And don't forget, Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. Make a little altar, light a candle, and put some goodies out for your loved ones that have passed. That's all I have for you. Love you. Have a great week. Blessings. And I'll see you next week. Show you this. This was pretty cool. So this is the Ghost Radar Legacy version. If I hit, this records the words that came up, and while we were recording, these were the words that came up. And I don't know if you heard it, but somebody did start their car and the word motor came up, and I think that's pretty cool. And that kind of freaked me out. So if you are looking for a little Halloween fun, go ahead, 99 cents. No, they're not paying me to promote this, but I have had this app for probably about 5 years, and I only use it at Halloween, but it does bring me some Halloween fun. It's kind of spooky and creepy, especially if you ask questions, and it shows up with an answer that kind of would go with your question. It'll freak you out. My family hates it, but we're going to do it anyway. Happy Halloween!